Good morning, everybody. I would like to introduce a new topic today, which is continuation of the previous topic. In our second video, we are going to explain quadratic equations. We are going to continue on quadratic equations. And also we are going to talk about the factorization, solution of quadratic equations with factorization. So how to factorize? In our previous lesson, we have spoken about factorization of incomplete quadratic equations. We are going to continue this case. So first of all, I would like to remind you, if we have the equation, quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c, it's definite equals to 0. It's definite that a here is not 0. So it should be always a is not 0. But however, it's possible that C might be 0 or B might be 0. Even there can be the case when both are 0. So even there can be the case when both are 0. For example, we can have such equations, ax squared plus bx equals to 0 when C is 0. And we can have the equation like this, ax squared plus c equals to 0 whenever b is equals to 0. So both of these cases, we call incomplete equations. So there are incomplete, so not complete quadratic equations. When we have this case, when all the coefficients here, a, b, c, are not 0, then in this case, we get complete case. So we get complete case. Today, we are going to continue with incomplete case and also continue the ideas that extend the ideas that we have spoken about in our previous video. So if you remember in our previous video, we mentioned the case when we have for example, 2x squared plus 4x equals to 0. So in this case, C was 0. Again, incomplete case, when C, constant coefficient, we call it constant coefficient. When C constant coefficient is equals to 0. We said that we can factorize here 2x times x plus 2 equals to 0. And we are using null factor theory. It's a null factor theorem says that at least one of them or both of them should be equal. So 2 x equals to 0, or x plus 2 equals to 0, x equals to 0, and x equals to -2. So obviously there are two solutions here. There are two solutions for this equation. However, today we are going to talk another case of incomplete quadratic equations. When we have b equals to 0, so it's our middle term and so middle coefficient. So middle coefficient 0 means we are going to get such an equation, ax squared plus c equals to 0. Let's try to make some solutions and examples here. For example, let's look at the first example. X squared minus 4 equals to 0. You may notice here already b here is 0. So we are going to solve it like this. We can have actually here different ideas. So plus 4, we add plus 4 to both sides. We are going to get x squared equals to 4. And we know that the square of a number equals to 4. It means that this number is either 2 or -2. So the equation has got two solutions, -2, 2. Let's do the second sample, similar sample. This time, let's do like this, 2x squared minus 18 equals to 0. So we can do like this. You can divide both sides by 2. Do not forget, if we divide the left side, we are going to also divide the right side. So in this case, they are cancelled. We get x squared minus 9 equals to 0. Again, we can apply here the previous method, x squared equals to 9. So actually x equals to plus minus 3. So the solution is minus 3 plus 3. Note that it's not important to always have here the rational number. We can have here some irrational roots. Let's see the third case. For example, x squared minus 3 equals to 0. So we can again write it like x squared equals to 3. So from here we get x equals to under root of 3 and x equals to minus under root of 3. They are irrational numbers, so the equation has got two solutions, minus under root 3 and under root 3. However, it doesn't mean that we are going to always have the solutions. For example, look at this example, x squared plus 3 equals to 0. So in this case, x squared equals to negative 3. The thing here is that there is not in real number set, which denoted by R. This is the real number set. So it includes all rational numbers, irrational numbers. So all the numbers we study at school until 10th grade. So real number set, in real number set, there is not a number which has got the square equals to negative 3. So it means that this equation has no solution in real set. So if we write no solution in real set, some people say in this case we write empty set. So the set of solutions is again empty here. It means that it doesn't have any solution here. So also I would like to remark you, when we do the equations, for example, x squared minus 16 equals to 0, we can do it with factorization as the topic suggests. So we can write it x minus 4 times x plus 4 equals to 0. So from here we get x minus 4 equals to 0 and x plus 4 equals to 0. So again, this is the factorization method. Here we get, you see, x equals to 4. Here we get x equals to minus 4. So the equation has got two solutions, minus 4, 4. Let's do one more. For example, 3x squared minus, for example, 27 equals to 0. So we can do the factorization here again, 3 times x squared minus 9 equals to 0. 3 times x minus 3 times x plus 3 equals to 0. So you can see from here null factor theorem again, x minus 3 equals to 0 and x plus 3 equals to 0. So actually we get x equals to 3 and x equals to negative 3. Again, we use the method of factorization here. Minus 3, we get minus 3 and 3 as the roots of the equation, of the given equation. So guys, feel free to give your ideas in on our videos and comments. Do not forget to subscribe and share with other people also, so that more people will benefit from these videos. Okay, see you, bye, take care.